In 1964, Randy Gardner stayed awake for 7 days in San Diego, California, and the results were terrifying. Randy Gardner's 1964 experiment in San Diego, California, aimed to test the limits of human endurance. Gardner, a high school student, stayed awake for 7 days, monitored by scientists. The goal was to understand the effects of prolonged wakefulness on the human body. As the days passed, Gardner's behavior became increasingly erratic, with mood swings, hallucinations, and memory lapses. The experiment raised questions about the safety of such tests and the long-term consequences of sleep deprivation. What would happen to Gardner's brain after 7 days without rest? Gardner's sleep deprivation experiment was meticulously documented by scientists. On day 3, he began to experience hallucinations, hearing voices, and seeing things that were not there. His cognitive abilities started to decline, with decreased reaction times and impaired problem-solving skills. By day 5, Gardner's mood had shifted, becoming increasingly irritable and paranoid. The scientists observed a significant increase in his heart rate and blood pressure, indicating the physical toll of sleep deprivation. As the days went by, Gardner's condition worsened, leaving the scientists wondering what would happen next. The experiment revealed that sleep deprivation affects not only the brain but also the body's physiological functions. Gardner's immune system was weakened, making him more susceptible to illnesses. His motor skills were impaired, causing him to stumble and lose coordination. The lack of sleep also disrupted his appetite, leading to weight loss and nutritional deficiencies. On day 6, Gardner's condition deteriorated further, with increased disorientation and confusion. The scientists were concerned about the potential long-term effects of such prolonged wakefulness, including the risk of psychosis and permanent brain damage. What would be the ultimate cost of Gardner's experiment? The most disturbing aspect of Gardner's experiment was the severity of his psychological deterioration. By day 7, he was experiencing severe hallucinations, hearing voices that were not there, and seeing visions that were not real. His cognitive abilities had declined significantly, making it difficult for him to perform even simple tasks. The scientists observed a significant increase in his stress hormones, including cortisol and adrenaline, which can have long-term effects on the brain and body. Gardner's experiment showed that 7 days without sleep can push the human brain to the brink of collapse. And no one has ever explained why. Gardner's experiment was not an isolated incident. The U.S. military has conducted similar experiments, pushing soldiers to their limits to test their endurance. The results have been alarming, with some soldiers experiencing permanent psychological damage. The connection between Gardner's experiment and the military's research raises questions about the ethics of such tests. It also highlights the potential consequences of sleep deprivation in high-stress environments, such as combat zones. The twist is that Gardner's experiment was just the tip of the iceberg, revealing a larger pattern of sleep deprivation research with sinister implications. This revelation reframes everything we thought we knew about the experiment. The full picture of Gardner's experiment and its implications is disturbing. The human brain is not designed to function without sleep, and prolonged wakefulness can have devastating consequences. The experiment showed that 7 days without sleep can cause permanent damage to the brain and body. The revelation is that sleep deprivation is not just a minor issue, but a serious threat to our health and well-being. The answer to the initial question is that Gardner's brain was severely affected by the experiment, and he never fully recovered. But the story doesn't end there. The implications of Gardner's experiment are far-reaching. The consequences of sleep deprivation are not limited to individuals, but can also affect society as a whole. The experiment highlights the importance of sleep in maintaining